Cheers, COD family, it's your princess. I hope you had all a great Easter time. I was busy fighting in one of the biggest Dragon Zone fights ever in Call of Dragons. And in my today's video, I will give you an update about the current situation. I will also talk a little bit about the OP defense situations, what the map has in the Season of 3. All details are in this video, so stay tuned. Welcome to my new video, and if you like and enjoy my content, please subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell notification, then you don't miss out when I will share a new video or will go live. So this is the Dragon Zone situation, and I was busy fighting the last days. I recorded a lot of videos, so I will hopefully have the time to put that all together and show you how much insane fights we had over here. And at the beginning, much respect to all the servers who are fighting here on the KVK. It is EIS, NTS, A2G versus SSG, TFS, and WB. And everyone is putting so much effort, and we have non-stop fighting. It is super cool. And that is the reason why we play that games, because we want to have a lot of fighting going on here. We will talk today a little bit about the situation, that you can have an overview what happened after the passes 5 opened for us and we could enter the Dragon Zone. It was EIS and WB were entering from the left side. NTS and A2G were coming from the left side over here. And from the bottom side, it was SSG and TFS who were building to the Dragon Zone. And I said that already when I played at the test server account with the other content creators, that the bottom starting regions over here, these two starting regions, they have the advantage that their Zone 3 gives them the access to the dragon from the bottom. And the dragon is basically in a tree in the middle, and it has only one access to enter the dragon over a bridge, and that is on the bottom over here. So if you want to go into the dragon, take the dragon, look at this. This is the new dragon of Season 3, the Shadow Dragon. No one has taken it yet. It is open. Let's see who will do it over here. But you need to have access from the bottom because the entry is over here through that bridge. You can touch it over here on the left side, and you can touch it over here on the right side, but you don't have the directly access via that bridge. So what happened is that also when you build from the bottom, I think you have one tower less till you reach the dragon. So it is really a good position, start from the bottom. So what we tried at the beginning is we tried to delay SSG when they drop the build speed, that we delay them as much as possible. And I can link you here my video from an insane stuff play from NTS and EIS when we just stuff teleported there, and the only goal was destroy the builders and hold them back during they were using the build time. And but overall, they made it faster to dragon, and I will tell you now why the situation is so tricky. So the bottom entry of the dragon is here, so all you want to have as goal is that you touch the dragon here on the bottom and get some territory on the bottom side. And the issue is when your enemies, like in our case, are both entering from the bottom, you have 4 bridges as choke points. These are the 4 bridges. And the only way to come into here and get a possibility to get close to the dragon entry is you have to cross that bridges. So we tried it right side, we tried it left side. We had a lot of good fights. We made it a little bit. Yesterday was another push when we got a bastion dropped from NTS over here. But the issue is every shell the enemy brings in, they can drop a bastion. And when I can show you the situation right now, what we have here the SSG bastion number 1. You see how much the bastion covers over here. Then we have the second bastion of SSG over here. And then yesterday they dropped their third bastion over here. So it is basically impossible to drop a tower here because that is all secured via bastions. On the right side, it is pretty much the same. We have one WB bastion over here. We have another WB bastion over here. Then we have the TFS bastion over here. And we have another TFS bastion. I think it was somewhere here. Yeah, here it is. Over here. So additional, we have a lot of fortresses, and we all know how long it takes to destroy a fortress. Plus, you see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 keeps over here. I think the same on the SSG side. When I remember it correct from fighting, all that keeps are placed, which make it additional a little bit, yeah, more tricky when you push in. And the main issue what you have is even if you rally the bastion first, you have to burn a bastion 5 times to get rid of the bastion. And 12 hours after, the cooldown is over and they can already place it again. So the issue is you have to cross the bridges. You have to make sure have total field presence to refill the rallies. And even if you burn it once, twice, it takes forever. Burn it 5 times. And then drop a tower and everything with all that refresh marches. It is really insane tricky. I can tell you. I don't want to complain about it. I just look at as like the map is and tell you what the situation is over here. And it is a total legit decision how SSG, TFS, and WB set up their defense over here, because if we would probably be the bottom team, we would have done the same, you know? It is the easiest way to secure a defense over here. I'm just trying to explain you how tricky the situation is for us right now. Our builders are working non-stop on solutions to look how can we get it in, because we have a lot of shells who can drop bastion as well, but we really need to gain land over here because the refresh is kind of really the issue over here. Then to bring all the shells over here, have the reinforcements. I mean, we are now positioned on left and right side with our allies. And all I can tell you is we don't give up. We will, even if it's at the end, we just have some good fights over here. That is not in our DNA of EIS that we give up anything. So we just try to work on a solution which can maybe work out. But even if not, it is still one of my, I think it is in all my history, the best Dragon Zone I fight it, because we have fights. But for sure, it is annoying to cross always the bridges, walk all over again. It is crazy to hold this and come over here. And yeah, whenever we make a little progress later, yesterday we finally made it over, and then the third shell of SSG came and just dropped a bastion. But it is what it is right now. I just trying to explain you. In my opinion, what we can learn from that KVK is, because I think the 3 versus 3 is kind of balanced. We can look at the stats and the rankings very soon. Maybe if you do that already now, where we can see, but I showed that in my stats live stream, power-wise, etc. We should be really much close from the 3 versus 3 we have. We have A2G here, power now. I mean, that is power after fighting, including hospital. 17.4 billion. I think they are pretty much all in their shell. Then we have NTS 17, and NTS, I think here, plus 2.4, 18.5 billion. No, 17, 19.5 billion. Then we have WB 16, and yeah, 17, 18 billion power right now. SSG 15.6 plus 4.7, so they over 20 billion. EIS and EIL 12.9 plus, where's EIL? Oh, I think I missed it. Plus 3.4 is, what are we, 16.5 billion, and we have TFS with 9.4 and 6.9. So we are here 16 billion power as well. So you see, it is really balanced from the 3 versus 3 over here. And when we look merits-wise, that includes for sure all the Zone 2 fights, all the Zone 3 fights. It includes also all the merit trading. I need to wait from the stats from only the Dragon Zone from our data team to give a valid information. But right here now, when we look, SSG is 2.5 plus 600, so we are at 3.1 billion. Then we have EIS 2.2 plus 500, that is around, what is that around? 2.8 billion. Then, oh, I've misclicked. Then we have WB with 2.3 plus, around 200. So we are 2.5 maybe, something like that, billion. Then we have NTS 1.9 plus 200 is 2.1 billion, but NTS had not so much fights, same like TFS. So they are at 1 billion here, and where's the other shell of TFS? They are at 1.6 billion, but they had no Zone 3 fights, not much Zone 2 fights. Kind of same like NTS. NTS had some Zone 3 fights later against SSG, but not so much either. So that is the situation here right now, and this is the personal merits list over here. The biggest player already gained 68 million merits from SSG, TSGM. Top 2 is the vegan. Then we have the goat, Varus, our boy from EIS over here, rank 4. Then we have a Korean name, rank 5. Aristotle on rank 6. Then we have TFS player Musashi at rank 7. Rank 8 SP from TFS. Rank 9 Bebek, a Korean name. RR5 Dark on rank 11. Commander Cody over here. I'm Kao, Virtual Tank Humble, etc., etc. I just scroll down here a little bit for you. Then you can see a little bit the top 100 ranks over here in merits. I think we did here a pretty good job. I was super active. I definitely have mostly pure fighting merits. I think I did some trading at the beginning of the season to empty my timeless treasury for the elixir, but that was pretty much it. But I have to say that is a huge W for the game, the Timeless Treasury, where you can get in the meantime 4 million elixir for 4 million merits additional. That gives you a lot more fighting on the KVK. But that is the situation here right now. And to think a little bit about the future game, and I think there are a lot of suggestions in the official Discord as well. We all are okay with Bastion, but in my opinion, they are kind of too OP. They did a little bit changes now with the patch notes that you can't teleport so close anymore to the Bastions. Because even if they removed Makeway from the game, there is still, you can, via Makeway, reinforce that Bastion over and over again without being interrupted. So that makes it so nearly impossible via that choke point here. Go over, even if you have the field presence. The enemy can refresh all the time, the Bastion, and refresh their marches. It is plus the keeps all around, but yeah, I think the keeps is a mini role in that. It is just very tricky to make that. And in my opinion, that you can place a Bastion with every possible shell in a server with a cooldown of only 12 hours is, in my opinion, too much. So what I would really suggest is that they limit the amount of Bastion per server, maybe to 2 Bastions per server. And the king can assign a few people who can place the Bastions, and only they are allowed, maybe from the High King banner with the titles. They can set the Bastions, and you just limit it to 2 Bastions on a server. And then it makes it not so OP, because here it is really, you would really like to make some progress. And I can only say for EIS, we had a great activity field-wise. We had good trades. We had, I think we are merits-wise really in a good spot, and we had great fights over here. But we also got sometimes smashed. I mean, when you walk through all enemy territory, it happens. But overall, what I can say is, and that is all what counts, we had a lot of fun this Easter weekend. We were all together in VC. We kept the mood and the motivation high, and we will see. It is to be continued, guys. This KVK is still a few days left. We will see if we can come up with some maybe very crazy ideas, and see if we can make the impossible possible. Um, but overall, at the end of the day, I'm super happy with that KVK because from the beginning on in Zone 2, WB, our Zone 2 fights non-stop. I will never forget that. And these guys are really putting in work with their numbers, and that was a lot of fun. And now that Dragon Zone, so we will see how it goes. I wanted just to give you a quick update that you know what's going on, and I will definitely here on my channel keep you updated. But I also want to just focus on fighting, doing the best job possible. Yeah, and we will see how it goes. I wish you all a great week, and we will see us hopefully soon again. Happy gaming and much love, your princess. And if you want to support me, please drop a like on this video and let me know in the comments below what are your thoughts about that OP bastion defense or map advantage defense, however you want to say it. Just let me know.